Hey everyone, ready to get your spine tingling? Brace yourself for some of the scariest horror stories you've ever heard. Turn up the volume and let's dive into the darkness. Our first tale is about a young woman named Sarah. She was driving home late one night when her car broke down in the middle of nowhere. She had no cell signal and the road was deserted. She decided to walk to the nearest town, but as she trudged along the dark road, she felt like she was being watched. Suddenly she heard footsteps behind her. She turned around, but no one was there. She quickened her pace, but the footsteps grew louder and faster. She broke into a run, heart pounding in her chest. Just when she thought she was safe, she felt a cold hand grab her shoulder. She screamed and turned around, only to see a shadowy figure with glowing red eyes. The figure whispered, "You'll never leave." Sarah was never seen again. Next up, we have a story about an old abandoned house at the edge of town. Local legend says it's haunted by the ghost of a woman who was brutally murdered by her husband. One night, a group of teenagers decided to spend the night there, just for kicks. They brought a Ouija board to try and contact the spirit. They started asking questions and the planchette began to move on its own. It spelled out the words, "Leave now," but the teens just laughed it off. Suddenly, the temperature dropped and they heard a blood-curdling scream coming from upstairs. They ran to investigate and found a room covered in blood. The walls, the floor, everything. They tried to leave, but the door wouldn't budge. The lights flickered and they saw a ghostly figure standing in the doorway, covered in blood. They were trapped, and one by one, they were never seen again. So, if you ever find yourself alone at night, remember these stories. You never know what's lurking in the shadows. Sleep tight or not.